Yo, 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 welcome in. Take notes, grab a pen. Welcome back to an episode of the Honorable Marvin Coop Show with the host, Chef Marv. No lie, I'm that guy. And I am back with the 2026 college football rankings with my guys, Jwill the third, the great sports mind with that disgusting ass background, and Aundre, the sports junkie. What's up, fellas?
We are back. Change that background to O State, man.
That will never happen.
That's
Never.
why your head coach left you.
We ain't worried about kicking those stuff some time ago, man.
Hey, y'all gonna need him.
You're a dollar
Y'all
day
gonna
short,
miss
my
him.
brother.
Now we can actually have a
Day
deep.
short. I got a few questions before we start this rankings. Not
Oh,
questions,
boy.
but blind rankings. Are you guys familiar with blind rankings?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to name 7 quarterbacks.
Okay.
Rank them from 1 to 7. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
All righty. Julian Saying.
I knew that was going to be the first name.
I knew.
I knew that was going to be the first name. I like saying, don't get me wrong.
Here comes the
I
bullshit.
think he's bound for a breakout year. I would not be surprised. I mean, he has the talent on that team to have one. In my mind right now, though, he's like a 5. That's not slandering him. I'm mainly saying that because I know Marv's going to throw in a lot of great quarterbacks. I wouldn't be surprised. I have him sitting at 5. But I would not be surprised that by the end of the year, he's like 1 or 2. Would not be surprised.
That's a good play.
Yeah, honestly, Mark, I'm not gonna lie. I know this little trick before. I know there's gonna be some other names up in there, so and I love Julian saying, he has done a lot for us. But at the end of the day, I think I could see him sitting at 4 for me.
4, 5.
It's just I wanted to say 1 or 2, but I know you, Mark.
I'll say 6. I'll say 6.
Okay.
All righty. Marcel Reed.
Ooh.
Oh, that's an easy one for me. 7.
Yeah, bro.
That's my Mr. Inconsistent right there. And it's crazy because during high school, I wanted him so bad to come to Ole Miss. Lane Kiffin said otherwise. Cool, whatever. But my thing with Marcel Reed
not
is
no more.
Watching him at Texas A&M, it was always he was so inconsistent. He was known for overthrowing wide open receivers. Yeah. He has the feet, but at the same time, as a quarterback, if you're not out here making consistent throws, not even asking to do just overly much, I don't know if I trust you over the next 6 guys or 5 guys that Marv is going to list. Yeah. I think that he kind of mainly rose to fame because of how good Mike Elko and that Texas A&M defense was. But in reality, when we watched that playoff and they played against, I want to say Miami, we kind of saw
it showed
Marcel Reed. Yeah, we saw the real Marcel Reed, in my opinion.
He ran into a team and.
You got him at 7, Jwill?
Yes, at the bottom. I put an asterisk by him that says not on the list if I could. But.
Yeah, I have him at the absolute bottom as well. And real quick, just to kind of piggyback off of that, it's hard to win football games when you're inconsistent. It doesn't work that way.
Yeah. I'll put Marcel at. I don't know. That's tough.
Man, Jwill answered that like nothing though.
So y'all both got him at 7.
7,
yeah. I'll keep him at 6. Never mind. Because I got what's the name?
I don't know. Marcel Reed is always one of those guys where he looks good against teams he's supposed to look good against, and then when decent defense starts kind of coming around,
then he folds a little.
Yeah.
I'll put him at 7.
I'm not gonna call him boo boo, but definition of average in my
opinion. All right, so the 7 spot is gone for all of us. 6 is gone for me. 5 is gone for. Who said saying was 5?
I said 5.
That was him. Yeah, I said 4.
Okay. You said 4. All right. Arch Manning.
Ugh.
Oh damn.
Arch is such a hard one.
I'll put him at 5 for me.
Arch, man. Here's the thing about Arch, because I don't want to be too harsh on him. I like Arch. I think that the last name has definitely made people go above wonders. I remember when he was a freshman and Quinn Ewers got hurt. I think he missed out like 6 games, so we kind of saw Arch Manning. Like, he looked decent, but like once again, like it's freshman tape. He came in, he started sophomore year, started off really, 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 really rough. Like, I mean, it did not look like his last name was Manning at all. But he kind of bounced back towards the end of the year when it was kind of too late. My thing is that I think Arch Manning can be a great quarterback. I think he can be the top prospect everybody wants him to be, but I gotta see it this year. He's had the wide receivers. He's had the.
This is the year.
He has Steve Sarkisian, who is an offensive coordinating genius, in my opinion. He has everything he needs to have a really successful campaign. I really hope he can come through, and I think he will. So for that reason, I'm going to say 4.
This is the year he has to show it too.
Yes, it has to be. I'm trying to keep up with this on my phone as well. So,
all right. So we all have Reed at 7. Jwill, you have Manning at 4. Dre, where you putting Manning at?
I had him at 5.
5. Woo, that's tough. I'll put Manning at 3.
And you are right,
That's a
Jay. Well,
tough
he
one.
did low-key have a little bit of a struggle at the start of the year as a starter when he became a starter. But towards the end of the year, he started like putting 2 and 2 together.
the potential is there. It's just I got to see it come all together.
Yep.
Yeah. So far, Dre, you have Saying at 4, Manning at 5, and Reed at 7. Jwill, you have Manning at 4, Saying at 5, Reed at 7.
Mm-hmm.
Where did I have? I think I had Saying at 6.
I think you had him at 6, yeah.
6.
You got him 6.
I think I got him at 6, yeah. All right, this is gonna be interesting, y'all.
Oh, we didn't get your thoughts on Arch. How you feel about Arch?
I can't stand Arch, man. I don't think he's. I think he's just. I think he's overhyped. I think they overhyped him. Like you said, the last name means everything, and he went out and really shit his leg last year. I really did, but you can't. No matter what you do, you can't make this year up. So I'm sorry. Yeah.
And kind of off topic too, but I kind of hate when athletes like their sons and all they have to live up to that last name.
Yeah.
It's not even their fault, you know. I can't blame Arch Manning for how he plays. I mean, it's just when you have such a last name like a Bronny James
with the caliber
James Manning, people expect greatness. So that's what people want to see out of Arch. So that's not
even if so.
Arch.
All these sons have proven you, especially over the talent that I've seen in NBA and NFL, that your son don't expect the same height. Like perfect example, Daniel Ewing, Patrick Ewing's son, pure example of do not expect your son to be just like you, because Daniel Ewing was ass, trash, boo boo, bottom of the garbage can.
When you said Daniel Ewing, I was gonna say who?
Yeah, I said who in my mind. I'm saying like Daniel Ewing.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, Daniel, if you're watching this show, you're a who?
I don't give a fuck. All right, Drew Mestermaker.
See now you got it. I know you. Okay, so Mestermaker is one of those guys who pre-pause, who exploded on the scene at North Texas. He's a guy that can absolutely throw the football. He can make plays with his feet.
Yeah.
He's bringing next. He'll have the same coaches he did last year at North Texas at Oklahoma State. My issue is not necessarily with him; it's with the talent at Oklahoma State, because that talent is really, really lackluster.
Yeah,
and also just making the jump from playing like the smaller teams to jumping in the Big 12, and now you're playing against the Texas Techs and all these other BYUs, the Utah. So I have to see how he plays against those teams. But I'm gonna be honest, Marv.
And conference games are always the toughest too.
Yeah, I believe in this kid so much so that I'm gonna go number 2 on this list. That's how
I ain't gonna lie, Jay. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna agree with you because I believe in Drew too. I believe Drew is gonna have some flashes, and I think he's gonna be in the Heisman race.
I just want him to. I just hope they just give him the right type of people.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, I
Right.
really for me. Oh, two.
So, all right.
Yeah, he has. If you've watched him, you know he has the potential there. And like, I just wanted to add in that he does a really good job of scanning. He doesn't just he does a good job of scanning the field when he gets the time to do so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I said, it just all depends on how Oklahoma State is as a whole. Because Marv, I want to call him a Heisman contender too, but if he's really good, Oklahoma State's really bad. I mean, they don't look at those losses and be like, well, you lost too many games. So I just hope it's not one of those cases with the talent.
And your Heisman, it bases off your team's record, correct?
Well, your play and your team record. So, like, for instance, if your team finishes like 7-6 and you had a fantastic year, more than likely you're not going to be in the Heisman discussion because they don't get that 7-6 record. Like, oh, he didn't have as big of an impact as some other guys on this list.
Okay.
So.
All right. Thank you for that
up. Byron Brown.
Okay, this is what I'm gonna say about Byron Brown. First off, shout out to my quarterback during my first college football 25 rebuild. First off, salute to you, Mr. Brown. This is what I gotta say about him though. The potential this quarterback class downloaded. The potential is there, but once again, it just depends on how he's going to adjust to this newer conference. He's going to an Auburn team who just lost their head coach, lost their two of the best wide receiver with Cam Coleman going to Texas. The offensive line is still mediocre. Byron Brown, I think he's good, but it's too many questions around him as to whether he will be that guy. And for that, I'm going to have to go 6. But once again, if this is one of those years where Auburn somehow has it all together year one, I'm fine with that. But Byron Brown to me is like the definition of a good college quarterback, but I don't know if I can see you in the NFL. And depending on who else you name on this list, that's how I'm going to feel the exact same way.
And then, but it also scares me too because you just mentioned his line, and you on the all grind on here, we've always preached that you only move as far as your offensive line takes you, and it's going to be really difficult for him to even get the ball out to his target if his line immediately collapses after the snap. So, like you said, too, it really it differs on how the team's going to be around him.
So, what you got him
for me, I got him. All right. Oh no, I didn't say that. I have him at 3.
3? Wow.
Yeah, I don't have that slot.
Oh, that's right. You don't.
I got him at 5. I feel like he's gonna make some plays. He's gonna have to be more.
Will.
And he's gonna have to really make some plays. But yeah, you might regret that 3. Darren Mensah.
Cool. This is gonna be my number one right here. This is my number one NFL prospect. This is going to be in my opinion, I think this guy. Yeah, I'm gonna say I think this is going to be my Heisman winner as well. That's early call, but everything about his game is just so good. I don't really see any flaw other than that sometimes he can hold the ball a little too long in the pocket, try to create plays, and it kind of blows up. So outside of that, he has a really great arm. He knows how to read defenses. He doesn't force himself into making bad throws. He knows when to throw the ball away, which in my opinion is a great, not even really a skill, but just a good thing to know. Sometimes put it back all together. Sometimes when the pocket's collapsing, the best thing you can do is just throw away the ball. So I think that honestly, if he can kind of just continue to keep that run that he had at Duke, he's the best quarterback. He's the Heisman guy. He's depending on how the draft selection goes. That's my number one quarterback. That's my potential first overall pick, in my opinion.
Right. So you got him at 1?
Yeah, so Daniel Jones, if you tear your Achilles early on in the season, God forbid, Steelers Nation, you guys can have them. We're going to take Mensah with the first overall pick.
Shut that shit up.
Never mind. We only got our first round pick anymore. I forgot.
So, Trey, where do you have Darren Mensah at?
For me, 1.
1?
Yeah.
Trey, your list is done. Who I think gonna win the Heisman? My number 1, I got Trinidad Chambers, y'all.
I mean,
this gonna be. I think he's gonna win.
Look, I like Trinidad. Nothing against him. I think he is exceptional. If you watch him in that college football playoffs, where it just felt like he kept making plays. I mean, a guy who really just knows how to keep his team in ball games. But my issue with him is that he's short. And I know you're gonna say like, no, Jwill, we've seen short quarterbacks have success. I know, but when I watched him a lot last year, some of those incomplete passes wasn't just wide receiver couldn't make a play on the ball. It was the defensive lineman batted it down. And when you're around like that 5'11" range, and you're consistently seeing that as a fan, it's kind of annoying because it just feels like a wasted down. So outside of that, I think he has the ability to create plays. He has a good arm for his size. We obviously know what he can do running the football. It really just comes in. Once again, he's not going to have Lane Kiffin. He's not going to have his offensive coordinator. So the offense will be entirely different from him. My thing is that can he adjust to the new playbook? Can he adjust to the new wide receivers because he lost basically all but one of his starting wide receivers this year? If the answer is yes, then Coop, I kind of agree with you, Heisman. But it's just too many new changes around this Ole Miss roster and coaching staff to make me feel like, yeah, that's my Heisman man right now. That's how I feel about him. Without me being biased, of course. If I was biased, I'd be on a rant right now. So say that.
Please don't. Get enough of that. Get enough of that shit already.
That's my QB.
So Dre, you got Darren number 1. Dre got Darren number 1, Drew number 2, Brown number 3, Sand number 4, Manning 5, Chambers 6, and Reed 7. Jwill, you got Mensa number 1, Drew number 2, Chambers number 3, Manning number 4, Sang 5, Brown 6, and Reed 7. Me, I have Chambers, Drew, Mensa, Manning, Brown, Sang, and Reed.
I'm not mad at that.
Yeah. Hey. It's gonna be an interesting college season. It's gonna be an interesting college season.
Very interesting.
I'm ready for it, man.
Let's get to these 25 rankings, y'all. Y'all ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, we're going to start from 25 to 1. And number 25 is Missouri. How do y'all feel about that?
I'm okay with that. Missouri obviously bringing back Amon Hardy, who, once again, Ole Miss fans, please don't hate me. I think this is the best running back in college football. He ran through a significantly worse O-line than Kyron Lacey did at Ole Miss, and he still was able to produce outstanding yards, pull out good touchdowns. My only issue is that if you don't follow him, apparently he got shot in the leg in the offseason in Mississippi. I want to go through that whole conversation. I think he's going to be good to go week 1, but that's still one of those situations where, how bad was it? But if he's healthy, if he's 100%, I like Missouri. I like their head coach, Eli Drinkowitz. That 25 to me is fine. I think they are an 8 to 9 win caliber team. I haven't looked at that schedule, so this is me saying that before I go and look at a deep dive of their schedule, but I'm fine with that.
Yeah. I think their schedule is a little easy peasy a little bit too. Like you said, I can see them winning 9, but I feel like they deserve to be number 25. So
yeah, I was gonna say, looking at their schedule, I was taking a peek at it. They can get 9 wins in that one.
Yeah, they should be able to.
So I think 25 is a really good spot.
Number 24, Louisville.
Week 1 opponent right here.
Huh?
So that's week 1 opponent right there for us. I'm gonna say this though. Jeff Brom, I believe that's how you pronounce his name. He's the head coach there. He's done a tremendous job at keeping Louisville relevant. I feel like before he got there, they were kind of on the downward spiral. Once Lamar Jackson left, I mean, it's kind of hard to replace somebody like Lamar Jackson, but he's continued to recruit well over the years. He's a guy who doesn't heavily rely on the transfer portals. He likes to build his way up, and so. I think Louisville will be really, really good this year. I need them to take an L week 1. I think Ole Miss fans in general are sleeping on this opponent because everybody's looking to our LSU matchup. But for me, it's like week by week. And I can't really sit over here and ignore this really good Louisville team who has a great running back. They have the defensive weapons. It really just depends on how well can they play against some of these top teams. I think they can really run through the ACC the ACC is kind of weakened down. Even though it's starting to get a little stronger, but
it's up for grabs.
Yeah, but it depends on how do you play against Ole Miss? How do you play against Miami? How do you play against these other big schools? I got to see that. But I'm fine with them at 24.
Yep.
All right. Number 23, the Houston Cougars. Shout out to Willie Fritz. We all know.
They could have left this team on rank. Not gonna lie, don't really care for this team. I think the secondary is cool. I think the defense is cool, but the offense under Connor Watt,
Blunderous.
however you pronounce that name.
Yeah.
Hated him at Texas A&M. Hated him at Texas A&M. Hated him at Houston last year. Brother can barely throw over 200 yards a game. Unless you play some blue team.
Hey, I'm glad you said that. Because there were games where you would look at the we go to look at the stat sheet or whatever, bro would have like it was always under 200, always. And if he got over that, you'd be like, oh,
this is why we don't stat watch. You got to watch the actual game.
The game, yeah.
He's boo-boo.
This gonna be a hot take. Houston will be out of the 25 by the time the season is over. I think Houston. I think Houston will
by week 5.
I don't see them be I don't see them being an exciting team at all. Mm-hmm. So they'll be out of the 23 spot. They'll probably won't even be ranked by the time the season's over. And they'll end up in a garbage bowl, like the Pop-Tart Bowl or some shit like that. So yeah,
the Las Vegas Bowl.
Don't disrespect Pop-Tarts. We ain't take no Pop-Tart disrespect.
Why?
I don't disrespect the Pop-Tarts.
I'm just saying. You know, you don't want to
Pop-Tart, but the Pop-Tart Bowl is trash. But
I bet you I'd be on the sideline eating one of them Pop-Tarts though.
That's different. That's different from the actual food, Jwill.
I'm just saying, if as a player, if you tell me I'm going to the Pop-Tart Bowl, I'm happy. You know, at least I give me some Pop-Tarts. You know, man. You know, something I care.
He said, about. Marv. He said, "Oh, I'm happy."
Give me a Pop-Tart.
You know what? Pop-Tart Jwill. That's your new name. That's what the fuck your name is. All right.
Change his name to my contacts.
Number 22 is Iowa.
Honestly, I thought they would be unranked or lower.
My issue with Iowa is that I feel like they're the same team every year. The team that
all the time
offense ain't really that
they
good. They
never change.
No, like I think they haven't had a quarterback throw over 300 yards in a game in almost the past like 10 seasons like that, and that's crazy to me. Like not one game. So I mean,
not one.
I think I'm kind of with Dre. I feel like at the end of the year, this team is going to be like slightly outside the top 25. I think they'll get wins, but the offense is probably going to have another atrocious year, honestly.
Yeah.
That was atrocious last year.
It really hadn't been the same since Caleb Johnson carried the offense.
Shout out to
the guy, Coop. But yeah, that team, Iowa, that head coach, Kirk Ferentz, something like that.
Kirk Ferentz.
Whenever they stop caring about being average, he'll probably be let go. But they're fine with being average, apparently. So,
and that's all they are, an average team who people think are the Steelers because of their colors. So, yeah, that's pretty much what it is.
That's a whole other conversation. But,
I feel you. I kind of hate that shit, too. That's why I'd be like, who? Iowa? Fuck out of here.
He said, even when you pronounce the name, you're like, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Number 21, Utah.
I'm okay with them being at 21, but these last few seasons they've been interesting to watch.
I like Utah. I think they lost their head coach and they lost a lot of players. I understand that.
I feel like ever since that Rose Bowl with when they went against USC or something, Rose Bowl was it? Not, I don't think Rose Bowl, but I know they had versed each other in to make playoffs. I think that's what it was for playoff for USC. And ever since then, I feel like Utah has been on the rise ever since.
Yeah, and by the way, they own USC. Like I don't remember the last time USC was really good.
And they gonna own them again.
Yeah, but like I said, Utah. Go ahead, Coop.
No, I was just gonna say I think Utah is one of them teams, like your team, Jwill. They're the coach of the college because they're gonna play you tough. And the games that I've seen last year, they will play an opponent tough. And I think Morgan, the new coach from there, he's a defensive guy, so I feel like he's gonna fix that defense for them. I feel like they're gonna be in tough battles again, and don't be surprised they might be in the top 20. They might finish don't be surprised 15 or above. So I
wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised.
And I'm fine with that. I feel like year one, if your team finishes top 25, I mean, besides Alabama,
that's successful.
Help them, but that's a good year, and that's kind of like the same I want for my team. So I mean, if Utah finishes as a top 25 team with the roster they have, I think that's okay. They don't necessarily need to make it to the playoffs. I'm not saying that it would be great. Don't get me wrong for first year head coach, but that's not the expectations. I think the expectations are we're gonna make a run in our conference. We're gonna play in a really, really good bowl game, and that's okay.
Right.
That's
Like
okay.
you said. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, at all.
We got number 20.
It's when you're unranked is the problem.
Tennessee is number 20. How are we feeling about the Volunteers?
I kind of saw that one happening. I think top 20 is fine where they're at.
I mean, it's
Because
okay.
I feel like a lot of go ahead, Jwill, my bad.
No, I'm going to cut you off. You continue to say that.
No, I was just going to say, I feel like Tennessee, yeah, there might be some games where you look at it and you're like, when you're watching, you're like, damn, they're not having the best. But, I mean, I feel like they're another team that's on the rise, and they're trying to figure shit out every single year, every new season. So I feel like at one point, you can't – I mean, I know the term, like, you can't be terrible for – at some point, they're going to get it going. They just need to keep scouting correctly and keep building.
Yeah, I will say this.
I was nervous when we played them in the wild card round. I mean, in that first round.
Y'all killed them the last year, didn't you?
I know.
I don't know why you was nervous. Yeah,
I saw that coming a mile away. I wasn't worried about no. That's what y'all want to
It's any given set. Hey, shit happens.
No, not against them niggas. They was trash.
Yeah. But let me say this. First off, I hate the color orange. I think if you wear the color orange anywhere around me, that you need to be thrown into a trash can. Like, what are we doing? Get another fit. But I will say this about Tennessee. I don't like the team. They spent almost $40 million.
Yes, they did.
Roster. I think only 5 teams in college football spent over $40 million, just for clarification. So the funding is there. I don't think this is the roster that's going to take them to new heights. But it's good to know if you're a Tennessee fan that the funding is there for a potential top team. I have faith in the head coach. I think this will be another one, a team that's kind of teetering outside the top 25 once the season's all said and done. But I think that's okay. In this new era of college football, it's really about how much money can you band together to help these teams get certain type of guys on their roster. And I think if Tennessee's in that direction, it's cool.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, Coach Josh said he gonna utilize them new 5-star recruits. So don't be surprised if a few of them freshmen is on the field, man.
He's
going to use everyone that he can.
He got a
Anyone that
few
wants
of
to
them.
be there and play, he'll use you.
It's a few of them, so don't be surprised if a few of them on the field. So, all right, number 19, it's the SMU Mustangs.
I feel like they're always in the same spot every year.
They are.
They always in the mix somewhere. Yeah, they always are in the mix somewhere.
I will say this though.
It's just figuring out what can they do to finally kick that freaking door down. And I'm not saying like win the national championship, but get deep into the playoffs and execute week in and week out during the reg season.
I will say this though, Coop. You gotta remind me if I'm wrong. You gotta tell me. But before probations and the NCAA violations, SMU was like a low key powerhouse back in the day. And
They were.
The day before they got in trouble and for all that little scandal and stuff like that, like they were a powerhouse. I think since they've adjusted to the ACC, they've honestly been able to maintain relevancy as one of the top 5 ACC programs during that span, which is crazy because this is an SMU team that I remember losing to like East Carolina and like Coastal Carolina, Memphis, and now watching them kind of rebrand themselves into this another great Texas program. I love Kevin Jennings, but my brother, you got to stay healthy. That's like the main thing.
That's the most important.
Stay healthy. I mean, he's gotten hurt so much. I think they named like one of the health facilities after him. Like, you know how crazy that is for it to name a health facility after your own starting quarterback. He's gotten hurt so much in his career. So if he can stay healthy, I think that they could go to the ACC title game. I don't think they can win it. I think Miami, for me, is a clear favorite. But I wouldn't be surprised if they make it to the ACC title game and like just right outside that college football playoff picture.
Dallas. Any team associated with Dallas.
They played Dallas.
But I can't say the Cowboys because of my man Caleb. So damn, but fuck them. I don't give a shit. Number 18, where they are well deserved, the Penn State Nittany Lions. who they
Yeah,
gave
that's
a
where they're at.
cupcake ass schedule to. So don't be surprised if these
Let me look at
dweebs.
this real quick.
Wow.
Let me ask you something, Will. Before you look at the schedule, I'm gonna ask you this, and then you can answer it before you look at it. Penn State. How many top 25 teams are on this schedule? So please look that up for me.
Cool. It
Oh,
can't
that's
be. This is a tough conference this year, man. They can't have a cupcake schedule. Man. You gotta be lying to me. Hold on, let me look.
Yeah,
Okay,
I gotta check. You
okay,
said
hold
how
on, hold
many
on, hold
top
on.
25 are they
How
versing?
many
Oh,
top 25? How many top 25? Okay, Marshall, week 1. Temple, Buffalo,
Ew.
Wisconsin, Northwestern, USC, Michigan, Purdue, Washington, Minnesota, Rutgers, and Maryland.
so they don't play
That
Oregon.
is
They don't play Ohio State.
disgusting.
They don't play Indiana.
They dodged Oregon, they dodged
Oh,
State
that's
State, they
bad.
dodged Indiana. Yes. So this is a setup to get
Penn
them back
State,
in the
you
top
son
10.
of a bitch.
Yeah,
And you
Yeah,
know
they
what's
said,
funny?
oh,
You know what's wait, you know what's funny though, Marv? Who's to say so say they happen to make the Big Ten title game or whatever. All those teams that you just mentioned that they just dodged, who's to say they won't? I bet you $100 once they meet in the playoffs, they will get exposed.
If,
You playing teams like the games that kind of well, I don't even know where Michigan's at right now. So
you'll find out soon.
damn, nah.
They're playing 3 teams in the 25 rankings.
And then Marshall,
Buffalo.
Wisconsin.
Buffalo, people.
not the Bills.
You're not the big. Thank you. Exactly. That low key school up north where Khalil Mack was at. That's who they're.
Shout out Khalil Mack, man.
Yes.
That's disgusting, man. No
That's
Indiana,
disgusting.
no Ohio State.
Yes.
You know what? They got
No,
tired
but-
of losing to Ohio State. They're like, man, F this. Because we
I'ma
usually play
say-
them once a year.
I'm gonna say this though, Coop.
Yeah.
I still feel like they're gonna let us down. I'm not gonna hold you. It's Penn State. They don't got.
They
Kirk
gonna find a
Franklin
way.
in their back pocket no more. This is
Exactly.
year one.
They're gonna find a way.
They'll
They
find
gonna
a way,
They're
yeah.
gonna find a way. I bet you one of these teams, like a Wisconsin,
Yeah.
They go
One of these
Or
smack
teams-
them
Rutgers.
too.
I feel
Minnesota.
Rutgers is gonna be one of them teams that's
Rutgers,
gonna
another
upset.
team that got.
I'm gonna say
Just
this about
know-
Penn State. I'm gonna say this about Penn State. Like my man Stephen A. said, what can go wrong will go wrong with Penn State. So yes, I agree with that.
So don't be so when I text you guys after that if they lose to Wisconsin, I'm gonna tell you be like, hey, well, y'all said it.
Yep. All right.
I hope Buffalo gets that win in too.
That's disgusting, man.
Number 17
That was like the Patriots schedule last year.
is the Washington Huskies.
So,
Again, I feel like with them too, they're always like stuck in the middle.
Washington is weird because they have a quarterback that they only want to play with them, but for NIL lawsuit purposes, like he has to play another year with them because he signed a contract. Shout out Desmond Williams. I think he's a great quarterback. Not in the upper echelons that we would say, but if he can have a solid year this year, he may be in that conversation next year. But Washington, I think they should be a good team. I think they will finish inside the top 25, but I don't think. Considering I'm going to say because the Penn State schedule kind of disappointed me, I want to take this on a gander that Washington has to play one of the Oregons or the Ohio States or the Indianas. So with that being said, I think they'll finish in the top 25, probably in that 20 to 25 range, in my opinion. Let me look at their schedule just to make sure they.
Shoot, they got more top 25 opponents. You got Washington State, Utah State, Eastern Washington, Minnesota, USC, Iowa, Purdue, Nebraska, who always play people tough, even though they're not ranked. Penn State, Michigan State, Indiana, and Oregon.
They got Indiana and Oregon back-to-back weeks too.
Yes,
Oh.
that's a nasty schedule for Washington, bro.
They got them bogus for that. Last
They
week,
got-
Back-to-back
that-
is crazy.
That's crazy.
mind you,
so
Penn State don't
Washington-
play Nebraska either. I forgot to say that they don't play Nebraska either.
Nope, they sure don't. And that's what I'm saying. Nebraska always seems like they always play Nebraska. It seems like they've been playing Nebraska for the past 10 years. But
Longer, it seems like.
that's another topic though. Anyways, number 16, the disgusting Wolverines. Boo-hoo.
Man, put them at 25. The hell.
No, I ain't gonna say that.
The Astros of the college football world, they should have lost that championship for doing all that cheating on the sideline stuff. I don't want to hear anything differently about that. That's why Jim Harbaugh jumped ship, because he thought they were getting the death penalty, and they lucky that since they're a big program, they can get away with stuff like that. But anyways, I'm not a Bryce Underwood guy. I'm gonna just be straight up honest with you. I think he's more of a systematic. You need guys. You have to have guys around for him to do well. I don't think he's a guy who can take over for the team and lead them to great victories. Maybe he can prove me wrong, but last year kind of just showed me that he was more of like an overhyped system.
It was the defense that saved him.
Yes, 100%. Because he was having games where it was like
atrocious.
He was like a running back at times to me. Like,
and like I had a buddy too. He's not a Michigan fan, but he would say like positive things about him. Like, are you watching the game? Because his defense has been saving his ass the entire time.
Yeah, and I mainly know that because I bet on him almost every single week. I always took the under on his rushing yards. So
yeah.
But
all right, Michigan. Yeah, I mean, once again, I feel like Michigan. They'll creep up. Coach Kyle is a good coach. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. He's been decent since he got there. But the schedule, once again, I know I'm always that person that's gonna say any given Saturday.
Yeah,
they got some tough opponents too, and I feel like they might rock a few of these people. I mean, except for Saturday the 28th, but they're gonna have some heavy hitters on their schedule too. So don't be surprised if Michigan have some tough battles with some opponents. And I hate to say this as an O State fan, they probably will end up in the top 10. Not gonna lie to you, because they're gonna upset some people too. And I got a feeling they're gonna upset the top 2, not number 2. But we'll get to that. So number 15, yeah, it's tough. It's tough, bro. I get it. I'm gonna say,
I feel like that team has just been under with the off season they've had too, with the whole Sherrod Moore situation, which I do not feel like getting into. If you know, you know. Yeah, I don't know what to expect. This team could be really good. They could be really bad because of that whole situation. So
it's kind of like it'll be like a hit or miss kind of thing.
Yeah,
they're either going to do exceptionally well or they're going to do bad,
and they'll probably be Ohio State.
Excuse you?
What are you doing? Damn, well, you know what? I ain't gonna say shit. Number 15 is USC. Very interesting one.
So which team?
USC is number 15.
Just another team that I feel like is always in the middle. Like, I feel like they're always going to have a breakout year and just snap through one day, but then they always run into a damn roadblock. Or they lose late season.
The month of October is going to be that roadblock. They have some tough people.
Oh, damn. And what does my dad always say? Diaper dandies.
Washington, Penn State, Wisconsin, and Ohio State are the October opponents for the USC Trojans. And then November does not start better because you got the reigning champions, Indiana.
Oh,
and then you got a rival game, the last game of the season against UCLA, who always plays them tough. Yeah. USC might struggle, y'all.
Look, I think that Lincoln Riley.
Thinking is a knowing.
Lincoln Riley, your time's almost up, brother. I feel like you have the number. This is the number one.
He's had multiple chances.
The number one recruiting class in the nation last year. Yeah, you had a decent transfer portal. At this point in time, it becomes about coaching. Whether you're elite on offense, like I will have you over probably any offensive-minded coach in the college football right now. But the one thing that's always been the pain in his backside is his defense. Last year, his defense was better. I need for him to make another jump. I think he needs to make to the college football playoff. I think he needs to. Because USC, once again, is a program who puts money behind that program. Coop, you know the history of the Trojans. So, with all of that said, I think if I'm USC, if Lincoln Riley doesn't get me to at least a college football playoff, I'm going to try. I might get rid of him and see what's on the market. Like, what coaches can I steal? What coaches can I poach from some of these programs? Honestly,
I feel you on that one. I agree with you. His time is up. So yeah, he got to do better because, like you said, the number one recruiting class last year, and you still couldn't get the job done.
Brother, you had Caleb Williams and I think Drake London on the same team or something like that. You gave me
Still couldn't
9
get it done.
wins. Like,
And the one year too that I really felt like was his year was when they lost that game that they had lost to Utah when they had Cam Rising at the time. That comeback, I was like, damn! Like I felt like that because they were like 10-0 or something like that at that point in time. So I
yeah.
thought that was the year he was getting ready to take it all.
And then like Drake, even like the year before when USC was like 10-3 and they played
Yep.
a bowl game against like Tulane or something like that, and then lost like 45-44. And I want to say Caleb Williams was on that team. So I mean, like at some point, it's like you can give me names, but what are you doing with these names? Caleb Williams you got to win a championship with him. I mean, you may not get a lot of Caleb Williams in the college football scene, depending on how it goes.
I agree.
And I get it. You can't win them all. I get that. But like when you have an opportunity just knocking like that, you want to take full advantage.
Number 14, BYU.
Such a weird. I ain't gonna say I hate.
That's such a weird seeing them at 14. That's why I'm probably not.
I'm used to seeing them unranked.
Yeah, and that's only because you had the Nakua brothers there. But other than that, they are one of these teams who play some underrated good football. If that makes any sense. But it also depends on the opponents that they're playing too. So, yeah. This is. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jay.
I'm just trying to think because like BYU to me is an annoying team. I'm not gonna say I hate them. I don't hate BYU. They're just weird. Like I feel like out of all the teams, like we're watching programs like Nebraska struggle. We're watching programs like USC recently struggle. UCLA, all these football programs are struggling, and I'm seeing BYU on my TV screen being ranked in the top 10.
Or somehow, some way, 7-0 somewhere, which is crazy.
And I'm like, man, like I don't understand. Like I can't really hate that. Like they built up a program. They've proven that they can build up a football school in Colorado or wherever, Utah, wherever they play at.
Utah.
So it's weird to me, but at the same time, I mean, I think they'll have another great year. I think that honestly,
they played in the Pop-Tart Bowl.
Honestly, hot take. I think they'll slide into like one of those like last spots in the college football playoff. I think they have a favorable schedule without even looking because they play in a conference that is kind of a lot of average teams, and you have like a couple good ones with Texas Tech who doesn't have a quarterback, and then it's BYU right there. So this could be your conference champion.
Well, and also too, look at this. I mean, they got Utah State, Arizona, Colorado State, TCU, Iowa State, Notre Dame, crybabies, UCF, Arizona State, Utah, Baylor, Kansas, and Cincinnati.
Does their schedule really matter? Who cares? Like you said, they don't play nobody. It's just the fact that they give them this schedule just to keep them where they're at. That's all.
I just hope
that's a good point, Marv. That is a really good. Just to keep them relevant, they're going to give them these easy teams.
Now I ain't gonna lie. This may be one of those teams that may give Notre Dame the nod, where it's like, oh, we won all these games. Our only losses to Notre Dame. And then you look at their schedule, it's like, man, y'all ain't playing nobody. But they're going to favor Notre Dame to make them feel like, Notre Dame's actually all that good. And then we're going to have another situation like last year and the year before. So I hope that's not the case for BYU. I hope they go and whoop Notre Dame, if I'm being honest with you, so we can stop all this. Right. We need to be in the college football playoffs, but we're going to talk about that.
I'm not talking about that, and I'm not going to entertain that with nobody. But anyways, 13 is Alabama. I don't give a shit about Alabama. I ain't gonna lie to you. Who cares?
Is Nick Saban still there?
No, he ain't there.
I know. I was being sarcastic.
There used to be a time where I was looking for fear in people.
He said no.
It's just like, oh, they just another ranked team. Like we can
exactly.
You know why they're there? Because of their name. That I was just about to say. Just they're there because of that title, that name.
But how long before they're really unranked and won't be talked about? I mean, they'll be talked about for a long time because of the players and the dominance of the team and the school. But how long before they're really out of talks and the legendary?
And that's going to be so weird.
Yeah,
I'll go even deeper. I'll even go deeper than that. I don't know how much Alabama will be relevant in the next 5 to 10 years, and I say that because one, we see Kellen DeBoer right now. Who, let's just be honest, Alabama fans, they're coming off the Nick Saban high, so they expect results with Kellen DeBoer, and he hasn't delivered. He's had some close games. He's lost some games he has no business losing. And then I'll also say this. If you go and look at NIL spending from this year, Alabama wasn't even top 15 in NIL spending. And I'm sitting here thinking Alabama would be one of the programs that definitely would be throwing the $40 million bag, stuff like that. But apparently they're not even on that list. So I'm looking at this program. It's like, y'all kind of slacking on NIL funding. You don't know if Kellen DeBoer is the man. How are we looking like this year? Because I think Alabama has a great defense. Yeah. I think Kalon Russell is awesome. Ryan Coleman Williams, we're going to see. I'm willing to give him a second chance this year. I hope he proves me wrong. But all in all, I don't think Kellen DeBoer is a good coach. Not in the SEC. Maybe
he's just had too many tough losses too. Like there's games, like you said, he loses games he has no business losing. And then that performance against Michigan too with the Rose Bowl. I mean, I felt like, and I know Michigan was dominant that year. I know that, but it's like they didn't even try.
Number 12. Number 12 is Mr. Joey McGuire's Texas Tech Red Raiders.
Texas Tech.
Joey McGuire.
Jwill's other team if he wasn't an Ole Miss fan.
Oh, I do not like Texas Tech. They beat us, so I don't like them. I'm going to say this, though. You don't have a quarterback. It's simple as that. You don't have a quarterback. Brendan Sorsby went the whole gambling situation, brother. I'm not trying to hear no excuses for that. I'm really not. You claim you've had this problem for 3 years. You're only doing this now because you got caught. Let's just be honest with each other. So, obviously, the NFL, even though they don't care about other things like domestic violence and stuff like that, they're going to ban you from the NFL. Nobody's going to draft you. You got Will Hammond as a backup quarterback, who I think is boo-boo. We'll just say it like that. Defense, you lost a lot of stars. You lost Jacob Rodriguez. You lost David Bailey.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is probably the most overrated team in the top 25, in my opinion.
It is the most overrated and on top of that, your schedule's weak. So they'll find some way to keep them irrelevant. And your quarterback, you can see your quarterback play is trash. So I'm interested to see how Texas Tech is going to finish this season. So I don't know. I'm too much time on these bozos. But number 11, LSU.
I kind of saw them being around that area.
You want to talk about overrated?
Very overrated.
I mean, once again, in Coop, I don't know if you know this, but I'm a full-blown believer in the phrase SEC bias when it comes to these top 25 polls. And this is the reason why, because LSU, they haven't done nothing to be top 11. They have a new coach. Cool, I understand Lane Kiffin is supposed to be this fantastic coach. Ain't played yet. They have a quarterback coming from Arizona State. Ain't played yet, even though he played boo-boo against other SEC teams. You have a whole new roster of guys who you really don't know what to believe or what to expect. The running game is questionable. The wide receiver room is questionable. Their offensive line has gotten worse, and their offensive line wasn't even good last year. The only thing that's keeping that team together right now is their defense. And we all know how Lane Kiffin does his defense. He don't give up about that. So
I agree with you.
I'm
going to say this, Jwill. I agree with you. The only reason why LSU is hyped is because of the signing of Lane. That's all. That's pretty much it. That's the only reason.
Once again, another name.
Relevant. Yeah, so just irrelevant.
And that's not me hating on Lane Kiffin. I mean, that's to me. That's
no, it's not. It's not hating. It's just the fact that what have we heard from LSU this year? Oh, Lane Kiffin. That's all you really heard.
I ain't heard nobody.
Besides that, what recruit went over there? What freshman signed there? And what what player transferred there? You didn't hear none of that shit because of the Lane Kiffin overpowering the signing and all that other shit like that. They were so focused on one guy that they didn't get no players that can help your team in any way. Like you said, your offensive line is trash. So what in the world are you going to do to protect your quarterback? But I'm spending too much time. I'm moving on. Don't care about LSU. So, number 10 is Oklahoma. I seen this coming. I knew they were going to be in the top 10.
Oklahoma.
I knew they was going to be in the top 10.
That's an interesting one because Oklahoma defensively has always been a unit. I can't remember the coach name right now. I think his seat is getting warm only because, once again, Oklahoma is a program where you have expectations. And if you fail to meet those expectations,
Coach Brent is definitely on the hot seat this year.
Yeah, Venables or something like that. I want to say.
Yeah. Coach Brent is definitely on the hot seat. Yeah,
he's ruined a lot of quarterbacks for me. He ruined Jackson Arnold for me. He came out of Auburn. He ruined what's his name? John Emery, I believe that's his name. Who was supposed to be this fantastic quarterback who could run and throw the football and didn't pan out. So my thing is that can you give me an offense? If you can give me at least an average offense, you could probably take that team to the playoffs. But if you continue to do all this nonsense at that unit and your guys can't
You're just gonna keep running it into the ground.
Exactly. Like what's these quarterbacks supposed to do when somehow all these wide receivers are getting hurt before the games and they have to go week without them? Like, it's atrocious. I've never seen a team have to start their wide receiver 6 at wide receiver 1. That don't just happen.
That just sounds like they're confused and not even Venables knows what he's doing.
It's just one of those things where he hasn't given me an offense that I'm like, yeah, that it's good enough to go win me a national championship. He's never given me that. So I think his seat is warm. Ohio State, I think, is a top 25 team, but I'm going to say more so like 15, 20 rather than number 10, in my opinion.
Yeah. All right. Number 9. Floor is yours. Your Ole Miss Rebels, straight out of Oxford.
First things
Even
first.
though Jwill, just know we always have room on this side.
Okay. Anyways, first things first. NFL or NCAA, you guys are a horrible program. Recently just saw the news that we're getting 2 or 3 of our guys back who declared for the draft but went undrafted, and even though they signed contracts with NFL teams, and you decide, hey, you know what? We have no power. We're just gonna send this to court, and we're gonna get our players back. Love those guys, but no, they should be in the NFL competing for a roster spot, not fighting for a spot in college football. You declare for the draft, you even signed with the team, and you got waived. Go play with the big boys now. Your time is over. With that being said, our defense has been astounding this year. Pete Golding has been a guy who has always built his defense from his front 7. I think we have the second best front 7 in the nation. No offense, Coop. You guys are not number 1. I think we have the quarterback. I think we have the running back. Definitely have the running back. My main question is,
who's your quarterback? Who's your quarterback?
Trinidad Chambers. I should have did the little Trinidad.
Exactly.
But my only question is, one, can the secondary stay consistent? We've been known to have some bad defense, especially in the secondary for the past since like 2014. And this is also the first year when I'm looking at my wide receiver core and I'm like kind of nervous, not going to lie. Only because we're kind of hoping that certain guys work out. We don't have that guy that we're like, okay, this is he's going to the NFL next year. We don't have that this year. So I'm waiting to see which one of our wide receivers can break out and continue to make that core for Chambers. Doesn't have to worry about the O-line. He knows his running back's going to do some damage. And he has wide receivers that can make plays. So number 9, I think is perfect for us. But losing Lane Kiffin, who was a great offensive mind, I don't know how much that's going to affect the offense. That scares me. It does. I'm hoping it doesn't take a big dip, but if it does, then we could be in some trouble. But like I said, I'm fine with being number 9. If we're a playoff team somehow year 1, that's crazy to me. I'm going to be honest with you. And do I expect playoff in my mind? I expect to be like on the outside verge. I think we're going to slip up against a Georgia, Oklahoma, or something like that. But I do like this team. But first year head coach, it's hard to say playoffs first year. It's really, really hard.
Pause. All right.
Goodness gracious, big.
Anyways, yawn. All right.
I know. I fell asleep too.
Fucking number 9, motherfuckers. Anyway. Number 8 is Texas A&M.
I mean, I'm a Mike Elko guy. I don't like what he's done with the program. I got to see the offense once again. Same question with Texas. I'm only being more lenient on Mike Elko because he kind of just got there like 2 seasons ago. So I'm a little more lenient. And Texas A&M has never really, let's be honest, they ain't really never won anything. Texas A&M is like the Cowboys to me, where it's like, they're the Cowboys without the championship rings, where they're always supposed to be this top team, and then what ends up happening, they lose a game late in the season and all kind of just collapse. So we'll see how it goes this year. Marcel Reed, I think, is cool. Even though I just talked all that thing about him, he's still a good quarterback. I'm not going to sit here and just act like he's just, worst of the worst. Defense should still be elite. Running game needs a tinker. But other than that, I think Texas A&M. I think number 8 is perfect for them. I think they should be back in the college football playoffs. I just don't think they'll go on a deep run when they get there.
Yeah, you lost a lot of people too in the draft. So yeah,
And that's that'll be that'll show that can be effective too. Not having the same roster that you had the year prior.
number we are on number 7, Miami Hurricanes. Number 7. That's an interesting one. They fought for years to get back in the top 10. Now they're here. But I see them also losing and being out of the top 10.
Listen, I know last year was great. Nobody expected. Not going to hate. I think Miami will definitely be a playoff team again. However, I think they're a couple seeds too high. And I'm going to say why. They lost a lot of talent on both sides when it comes to offensive line and defense. They lost a lot.
Because they had a lot of NFL caliber type players.
Ruben Bain, for specifically his impact, because I feel like his college tape is kind of like probably the most underrated I've seen in a while. I mean, you talk about a guy who's just easily able to get pressure, make sacks, make plays, force quarterbacks to make bad decisions. They don't have that this year. They're losing Francis Mayuga, who went to the the Giants or somebody, but offensive tackle, top 10 pick. They're losing a lot of guys on that offensive line and defensive line. And to me, if you want to be considered a national championship contender, those are the two main things that you have to have. You have to have an offensive line. You got to have a defensive line. If one of those is even a question mark to me, it scares me unless you got the 2019 LSU Tigers in your pocket. But other than that, it kind of scares me. So I think there are a couple of spots a little too high. Just a couple.
That's what I'm saying. They're going to take a really major fall. That's what I'm saying. They'll be out the top 10. The national champions, number 6, Indiana.
I feel like you don't think that's a little damn. 6?
Yeah, what the hell you mean? You lost your Heisman, you lost 2 receivers, and you lost like 3 or 4 defensive players. Just like Jwill said with Miami, you lost a lot of key players and a lot of playmakers. So Indiana, you're fine where you at.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm scared of Signetti, the coach over there, because it's like that man won a championship, and a lot of those guys on that team just comes from James Madison University. So a part of me wants to say that, hey, this team, I think they're gonna be like a top 15, 20 type team. But
they're gonna definitely
last year, it's like, dang, I don't want to say that because he kind of made some of these guys who were just 3 stars, out of high school, just become like this national contender. Like I think he's the only coach ever in college football to have a team with like 2 or less 4-star players on a roster and win a national championship. You know how hard that is to do? Where you can't go out recruit the Alabamas for the 5-star recruit, but you still put a roster together good enough to win a national championship on the big stage. Mm-hmm. That's a hard thing to do, man.
Yeah, I feel you.
But they lost a lot of talent this year, so like you said, they lost Garrison Pons, who I like really much. Mendoza obviously isn't there to make the crazy plays. This is a team that I'm not gonna say I have a high expectation for. I think they're gonna come off that championship high to where it's like as long as they're ranked, they're fine with however they finish off. Because Indiana won a national championship. If I'm an Indiana fan, that's cool with me for like the next 20 years. I'm gonna talk about that until I die. No offense, because that's
I feel you. No, you're right. You're absolutely right. That's all they really got. So, because and on top of that, they were used to being a basketball powerhouse, and now they actually won one in football. So, yeah, they got something to talk about.
It's crazy because now the basketball kind of falling off now.
Yes, which is crazy. It's like they flip-flop. But anyways, we're top 5, people. Top 5. Number 5 is Texas Longhorns.
I kind of saw that one.
I'm going to be honest with you, Coop.
Let me guess, too high?
Look, I told you that I think Steve Sarkisian, he needs to prove himself. This needs to be the year where he kind of takes Texas over. I'm sorry. I know people have been saying this every single year, but I think Texas is back. I think this is the best team in college football. I think this is the best team in college football. You got the team back.
Okay.
You have a top 5 wide receiver in Cam Coleman in college football. You have depth. You have the offense. You have the defense. You have the defense. I think that the team that finally gets over that hump, and they're going to be up on stage as long as Arch Manning can do what he do. and they'll be holding up that national championship. That's how high my stock is. I'm putting all my chips on the table for Texas this year, and I mean all of them.
Anyway. I think Texas.
I'm ready. Go ahead.
No, it's okay. You had your little moment, your little thug-like moment. All right, it's all good. I've heard that so many times. Heard that so many times. And my brother, you gonna have to chill with that, bro. But yeah, I don't see it, my man. I think Arch is overrated. He won't make no noise. You had speed receivers last year, and you still couldn't get it done. I just don't really see nothing really happening. They'll probably win the first game, lose to us week 2, and then they'll probably go on this run that's going to make them dominant. And then they'll be in the mix. He'll be in the Heisman mix because he's Peyton's and Eli's nephew. So yeah, Texas will probably creep back to maybe top 3.
I don't know.
So yeah,
I think I got to go to Austin.
I'm not hating.
I got to go to Austin this year. Don't forget about that now.
What does that mean, my brother?
That's a tough crowd over there, man.
Oh, no fear, brother. No fear, bro. No fear.
That's gonna be like a really low score game. I'm ready for that. It's gonna be extremely low score.
And I don't know why. I'm not gonna spend no time. Number 4, no playoff zone. Notre Dame is number 4.
What the fuck?
Ooh, Jwill, I know you got a lot to say about this, so go ahead.
That's bullshit. You know what? That's just to please their crybaby ass fans. That's what that is.
Tyrell must have snuck some votes in or something. I don't know how that. I mean, you're losing Jeremiah Love. You're losing your backup running back who went to the NFL first round pick. Exactly. I don't think the quarterback's returning this year. The only thing you really got, in my opinion, when you look at Notre Dame, is their head coach. And even then,
you know what? Don't even worry. They'll get exposed this year.
Now, their schedule, I think, is another little easy, not as difficult schedule. You know how to
all that just to not make the playoffs still.
They'll schedule a lot of weak opponents and be like, oh, look, we scheduled BYU, who also plays a lot of weak opponents, and we don't know how good they are either. That's all they're going to do. It's going to be another little scheme. They're going to slide into the college playoff football bracket. They're going to think in their minds that they're a college football team until they get blown out by an Ohio State or a Texas into one of these other teams and back to irrelevancy again.
Mm-hmm.
Very annoying franchise.
Yes, they are. Whatever. Number 3, the Georgia Bulldogs.
It's a tough one.
This is a tough one.
I think they're slightly too high. I like Gunnar Stockton. Gunnar Stockton is another guy who I think is a Heisman contender because he can play and he got the team to back it up. My thing with Georgia is I don't see the wide receivers this year. My thing with Georgia is the running back room don't look as great as it has been these past couple of years. I look at Georgia and I see them losing a lot of defensive players consistently every year to the point where it's like it feels like you got new guys on defense every single year. You don't know who's going to bring out who. These guys, the chemistry might not all be there. I think this team is going to be a playoff team, but they may be like a 7-8 type seed. I don't even think they win the SEC championship, to be honest with you. I wouldn't even be surprised if they don't make it to the title game because they still got to play Ole Miss. I think they still got to play Alabama. They still got to play a lot of top SEC teams.
So they're a lot of
they're gonna struggle.
They got to go through.
They're gonna struggle. Well, could be wrong though. We ain't no telling how they roll. We got Oregon at number 2.
Oh. Number 2?
I'm okay with it. Kinda. I'm not a Dante Moore guy, believe it or not. He's another one of those guys where I feel like people are like they want him in the NFL. I don't see NFL quarterback. I don't. I think they have a deep talent. I think Dan Lanning has done a good job of getting upgrades to that defense. He's by far one of my favorite coaches in the league. But I'm not a Dante Moore guy. I'm not. So with that being said, I mean, 2, I gotta look at the schedule. It's one of those like, do you play Indiana? Do you play Ohio State? Do you play?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they do. They actually, Oregon plays Boise State, Oklahoma State, Portland State, USC, UCLA, Nebraska, Illinois, Northwestern. Then November, you got O-State, Michigan State, and Washington.
That December could be a death sentence. They could be number one at the start of December, and then
all of a sudden fall.
That's a tough schedule.
It is.
I don't know how I feel about that. I think they'll be a playoff team, but when it comes to seeding, number 2,
yeah,
I don't know. That's a tough draw. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm glad they're not ducking competition like Penn State, but that's a tough draw because you still got to worry about Nebraska. You still got to worry about Boise State, and Boise State probably will be the non-group of Power 14 to make it in the playoff again this year because their team is just that good. Yeah. So that's a tough little schedule. I ain't know Portland State was a college, but that's a tough little schedule.
Well, Oregon's always a tough place to play at. Not gonna leave it alone. Them fans get rowdy too, though. But any given Saturday, anything can happen. So I don't know. Coach Dan gonna figure it out. They'll probably end up staying at number 2 or being number 1. But with all that being said, numero uno, the best of the best, the Ohio State Buckeyes is number 1. Which I'm shocked because it seems like every year they always play us or try to play us and put us in number 2 or 3 or 4. But we'll see how long this number 1 lasts because they always disrespect us in some type of way.
Give me Ball State over Ohio State week 1.
Yeah, shut up, man.
I don't think you can beat me on this. I'm seeing y'all.
Yeah, I hear you hating. I hear you hating. The hate makes us great. But here's the funny part. You want to laugh. I hope Charlotte beats y'all week 2.
I ain't like that happened. Don't text my phone. Don't call me.
Oh, I will.
No.
Charlotte whoop y'all. I'm gonna be like, hey, what happened, brother?
But look, trolling aside, man, Jeremiah Smith, he Heisman candidate. Yeah. I forgot to say him. I kind of forgot when I said Darren Mitchell. I wasn't thinking Jeremiah Smith. He may have a legendary season. And I mean things we ain't seen since like Michael Irvin or some of these other college grade wide receivers. Only because his number 2 wide receivers I ain't gonna say just as good, but it's also talented where it's like you can go ahead and you can try to double team Jeremiah Smith, but you got the other guy on the other side of the field that you got to worry about as well. I think his name's like Brennan Ennis or something like that. So it's one of those situations where it's kind of you may have to leave somebody on the island alone with Jeremiah Smith, and that ain't such a good idea.
Yeah, he's going to be definitely a player to watch this season, so keep your eyes
open. Nobody's talking about Ohio State's defense. People just talking about Jeremiah Smith, and I get it. Trust me, I get it. But that whole team is talented. Bo Jackson, our running back, I'm waiting to see if he can get like an extra boost of speed because like he'll hit gaps perfectly, knows how to read gaps, but he doesn't have breakaway speed. If he can show me that this year, that's Ohio State number 2, number 1 team to me.
I'm gonna ask you a question. Is Ohio State cursed after being ranked number 1 in the AP preseason poll?
They used to do that to Alabama a lot. So I think it all just depends on Ryan Day. And I understand Ryan Day won the championship 2024. He felt like he needed to, but I ain't gonna lie, brother. Like that was like 2-3 years ago. Like what you got? Because before he won that championship, it was always Ryan Day couldn't get the job done. And he got that one. I'm trying to see, is he going to be a legendary coach, or is he going to be that coach who he wins the title and y'all just going to stay in the loop every year?
Right.
Not another one since. I don't think he should. I think the money behind Ohio State is fantastic. You guys are excellent when it comes to getting either big time recruits or big time transfers. We saw like guys like Quinshawn Judkins.
Yeah.
But you guys have all the capabilities of being champions this year. As much as I hate to say that, because I'm tired of Dre's team winning championships. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm tired of y'all going to Super Bowls and NBA Finals. I'm tired of that. But Ohio State, they boys are loaded.
I hear you.
I had to hate Dre. I'm sorry.
Hey, bro, go ahead.
But you ain't got to worry about any of his teams making no noise. Boston with they sorry asses.
Not unless
hold on here. So here's the hypocritical shit you just said. You just said Michigan cheat, but you okay with your team cheat? What the fuck type of shit is that?
I don't care about Michigan. I think Michigan did what they needed to do to win. They figured out. I
How the
give
heck-
respect to a
how-
team that
No,
can
I got
learn
a
the
question.
rules and
I'm
win.
sorry, Coop. How are you an
Go ahead,
Ohio
go ahead.
State fan and defending Michigan? That's my rule.
Because it's cheating. I'll cheat too. A win's a win. There's no punishment for it.
Ain't that some
There's
crazy
no
shit,
punishment
J-Will?
for it.
Right, you got the
So
Ohio
if there's
State
no,
dude.
if it's just a slap on the wrist and a
He
2-game
don't.
suspension
He
or a
don't.
4-game, that's fine. Because I could have been
This is-
fired.
this is-
Worst
this is-
worst case.
Hey, this is a guy who's speaking on his Patriots. Still
Yeah,
cheated and
I was
still
about to say,
fucking
I'm a
lost.
Patriots fan. What do you
And
expect?
still lost, bro. They cheated and still lost.
Against the Colts at
It's
that.
okay. We just
I
got to do it
understand-
again.
I understand y'all couldn't-
You know what
y'all couldn't
happens.
get the butt, but like,
We're going to
come
do
on.
it again.
I
It's
understand
just a
y'all-
matter of when and where.
It don't matter. Anyways, I have
Cheers, prosper.
6 must-watch matchups that could play a key
Ooh.
role in the CFP field.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say this, of course. Week 2, September 12th, O State at Texas. That could play a major key. That's a major key matchup to watch. You guys, LSU at Ole Miss, September 19th. That's gonna be another key.
That's gonna. I'm definitely not going to Oxford that day. That's gonna. Somebody may.
Bro.
I want to say it, but like the rivalry, it's been like cutthroat. Something may happen during the game type deal. Like I'm not going to Oxford that
Yeah.
day.
This one gonna be interesting too. Georgia going to Alabama, October 10th. That's gonna
I can
be
see
another
that.
interesting one.
You know, that's been a low key rivalry for the past 2 years now.
It has. O State at Indiana, October 17th. That's gonna be
Y'all
another
hosting?
key.
Oh, that's going to be a whoo.
Yeah, we going there. We going there.
Y'all gonna be there.
Woo.
Number 5, Miami will host Notre Dame November 7th.
Only time you're gonna hear me say, "Let's go Miami."
Huh, you ain't lying. You ain't lying. And another one, BYU at Utah, November 7th.
Good little rivalry matchup. That's gonna be BYU's like you kind of got to win that game to make it to the postseason
You do.
type deal.
But I got some honorable mentions here. Of course, Oklahoma at Michigan, September 12th.
Ooh.
Houston at Texas Tech, September 19th. SMU at Louisville, September 19th. Miami at Clemson, October 3rd. USC at Penn State, October 10th. Texas for Texas A&M, November 27th. My question is, where the hell is Clemson at?
Dabo Sweeney, brother.
Are they even
is.
ranked?
Nope, they're not
No,
ranked
they're
at all.
not. They're damn.
This first time they've been unranked since 2011. I want to say.
Yes.
I
Yes.
want Aundre to say that. He don't believe in the portal. This is his first year actually.
Oh my
with the
God.
guys, but he hates the portal. He and this is why I don't like the hypocrisy with him. I'm not a
Exactly.
Dabo guy. He's always said that the reason he doesn't use the portal is because of like religious purposes. And then 2026 comes around, all of a sudden now you want to stick your hand in the portal. What happened to all that? Oh, with my religion.
And see, that's where he messed up. Don't be saying that.
Like you could have just honestly said you weren't messing with it, and that's okay because a lot of coaches work. But now this makes you look like a fool person.
Facts.
Yeah, don't bring religion. That's crazy. Leave that out of this.
Yeah. Fellas, I appreciate y'all, but I have another blind ranking for y'all before we leave.
Oh no!
You hate us, I ain't gonna lie.
Pick
This
smart
is,
because you know he's gonna have some names.
No, this is national championship games. I'm
Oh.
going to name 7 of them.
Okay.
Woo-hoo.
You ready? All right. Like I said, y'all know the rules. Rank them. Write them down. Dre, you write yours. Jwill, you write yours. I'm on. All right, you ready?
Yep.
Alabama versus Georgia 2018. Where y'all ranking that?
Oh, from that. For me,
That was
Alabama.
the year. Go ahead, my fault. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say that was the year where they had a little overtime in the kids for Tua. Yeah, Georgia won that. To me, it was 3, only because it could be number 1. I feel like it was an overrated ending, though. I mean, the guy was wide open for a touchdown. I mean, you can't get more wide open than that. It was obviously a botch play defensively,
I agree.
but it was still a great game, honestly. So I'm gonna go with 3. So
Yeah, I'm gonna say 3 too. That was a
3
and one of the most watched national championship games up there. So that is.
really, I didn't know that.
And that's crazy.
I didn't know that
too.
either. but I just found that out when I was googling it.
That was a crazy game too.
This one was interesting. Florida State versus Auburn in 2014.
That for me, I'm not gonna lie. For me personally, from my opinion, I have that at 2 because I really enjoyed that natty.
You said Miami and who?
No, Florida State.
No, Florida State, Auburn.
Auburn 2014.
Hey, that's a tough one.
That's what Jameis. That's when Winston was the QB, right?
Yeah.
This is where I want to have to play the what cars does Coop have in his back pocket?
That's the thing, bro. You never know.
I mean, just like I said, just write them down. Write what y'all think. This is y'all opinion. Me, I'm gonna put that at 5.
I think I'm gonna put it at dang cool. I'll put this one at 4, but I don't want to put this at 4. But I'm gonna put it at 4. That was 2013,
2014.
2014. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna put that at 5. I feel like that's gonna be
Texas and USC.
And like I said, these are just written down. I don't have them ranked up.
Oh, okay.
This is something I was saving for the show. So yeah.
Fun fact: everybody on that Florida State team that started offensively and defensively started in the NFL as well.
Exactly.
Both sides, every single position, from kicker to quarterback.
This is gonna be an interesting one. Ohio State versus Miami 2002.
Oh, that's where they complained about the fourth. Yeah. Oh, fuck.
2002.
Mm-hmm.
That's when we had Jim Tressel. Jim Tressel as head coach, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And who? Our running back was Maurice Claret.
What tricks you got up your sleeve, man?
The bro.
Yeah,
I ain't liking you right now.
I know you don't. It's okay though. It's okay. You'll be all right. Go read a book and call it a day. It's okay.
I'm gonna put this one at 5.
That's your 5. I'm gonna put it at 6, bro.
Because
I see someone on this list that's gonna be crazy.
Yeah,
like
5 for me.
Like the next one. So Dre, you got it at 5. Jwill at 5. I got it at 6.
6, okay. I'm just writing them down. So if you see me,
man, Auburn versus Oregon 2011.
Ugh. Hey, both teams. Sorry.
Yeah, although
Who was the quarterback at Auburn 2011? I'm trying to remember now. That one Nick Marshall. That one.
Yeah, one Cam.
I'm blanking right now. I'm trying to remember in my head.
Fuck. What do I have? Survive 3, 2, and 5. I'll put that one at me. For me, I'll put that one at 6.
Barrett Trotter.
I just want to start off by saying this. It's so funny how Oregon has been almost champs so many times, and like whenever they have the opportunity, it kind of just crumbles. I'm gonna put this one. I want to put this one at 7. I'm gonna put this one
at 6.
At 7, only because I don't think it's touching anything that we've talked about yet, and I'm missing like 1, 2, and 6, 7. Like I'm missing those spots.
So you want to make that 1, 2, 6, and 7?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna make that 7. Yeah, I'm gonna make that 7. I'm gonna make that 7.
You gonna make it 7? I feel you.
I think I'm gonna with that.
Clemson versus Alabama 2016.
Was that the Deshaun Watson?
Oh,
yep.
Touchdown here.
Clemson, Alabama.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna put that at 2.
I think I'm gonna put that at 2 as well, but I'm kind of gambling because number 1 is in my head. I don't know if you're gonna say it or not.
Yeah,
one's in your head.
I think so.
All right.
I'm gonna go 7 for that one for me.
7?
7.
Because I don't have a number 1. I'm done. I got Georgia at 3, FSU, Auburn at 2, OSU, Miami at 5.
I feel it. It's your list.
7.
All right. Yeah, that's crazy.
I want to save that number 1 spot. Marv's got someone concocted, I already know.
I hope he does.
Anyway. All right. The next one is LSU, Oklahoma 2004.
Cool. That's gonna be my 6. I'm still leaving stock for my number 1.
That shit was boring. I ain't gonna lie, that's my number 7.
It wasn't that boring.
Yes, I mean it was okay. It just
It was
wasn't.
cool. Like when I remember watching back. Usually when I watch these national championship games, like when I go back and watch them on YouTube and stuff,
Yeah,
I always look at like what was the talent like on most teams. So, like I look at rosters.
exactly.
I
That's
see
what I'm
these guys,
saying.
and I can see like how they can collide to like a boring quote unquote matchup, but really it's just skill players kind of going neck to neck.
No, boring was Notre Dame and Alabama.
I like
So
Notre Dame
let me.
more than
Who
Or
do
the
y'all think is
TCU
number
one.
1? Who do y'all think is number 1? Just take one guess.
2006.
Vince,
Ooh.
I was gonna say 2006 USC versus Texas.
Yeah,
What you got, Jwill?
that's what I was going to say too.
You guys are right. That's number 1. Texas versus USC 2012.
Look, Dre said TCU. I was going to say Coop did not leave that to be.
Oh yeah, no, I
Yeah.
was just saying, I because you said worst games, and I forgot about that TCU blowout. So that was the worst.
Okay, so that's not bad.
You
Yeah, I got
number
Texas.
one.
I got Texas
Hook
versus
'em.
USC number 1. Clemson versus Bama at number 2. Bama versus Georgia at 3. I got Auburn versus Oregon at 4. Florida State versus Auburn at 5. O State versus Miami at 6. And LSU Oklahoma at 7.
Would you change that list if you could now?
You said what? No, I like mine. I'll keep mine.
I think I like Florida State versus Auburn slightly more than Georgia versus Alabama. I would definitely flip those if I could.
I feel you.
Those are my 3 and 4. I wish I could flip them.
Dang, I'm about to go rewatch that now. That was a good one too.
Yeah.
And
All right,
if you're
so-
watching Vince Young, thank you for making my night because I won $10 off my dad that night.
Oh my god.
Shout out Reggie Bush. Only got his Heisman trophy.
Hook 'em.
All right, fellas. I appreciate y'all for joining. Thank you for pulling up. I appreciate it. And like, comment, subscribe, and just until then, we'll see y'all. We got more football. And Jwill, I got Jwill on some hip hop shit. So we're gonna stay tuned and be breezy.
Hotty toddy.
Yeah.